Hey everyone, welcome to the Matt and Steve SC channel here. I'm here with my brother Steve as always, and we're doing the Bacchus OSL round of 36. We took a little 2-week break. I did some vacationing and went down to E3 for a few days, and Steve continued to try to buy a car, as he's been doing for a very long time.
I've also been studying, preparing for summer school, which starts tomorrow, so not too excited about that. That might cut down on our time a little bit, but hopefully we'll still be able to cast hopefully once a week like we're trying to do.
Yeah, we are, and we are going to try to do 2 sets on weeks that we miss 1 week. Then we'll try to get 2 in, for you guys. And, be sure to spread us around. I mean, we definitely would like to get more people, get more subscribers, and be able to do it more regularly. We really appreciate the comments of all you guys and the messages we've gotten in, making suggestions. Obviously, we make mistakes just like the pros make mistakes, so, but hey, we can learn from those as well. And speaking of some comments we don't appreciate, Steve had a shout-out for somebody.
Okay, I'll go ahead and right now I want to give a shout-out to Reno Omen, a.k.a. Dave.
A.k.a. I suck at Terran.
Just real quick, it looks like we are starting here. This is going to be on Holy World.
Oh, and it is Kwanro versus Casey. We'll get into that in a second.
Kwanro versus Casey. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to Dave. He spent 15 months with me in Afghanistan, and he was kind of we were practice partners for each other. We played a lot of StarCraft in Afghanistan, well, a little bit while we could, and played some while we got back too, so shout out to you for staying strong and being a StarCraft fan, and yeah, hope everything's going well for you in Italy.
Yeah, Dave and I played a 3-set where I beat him 2 times in a row as a Zerg, and then he finally beat me as Terran, and of course I haven't heard the end of his one time him beating me. So, anyways, no, he's getting better and stuff. So, anyways.
Well, let's not forget he is also a very versatile player. He plays a ton of different games. He's very good at Guitar Hero, probably the best person I know at Guitar Hero, and plays a bunch of other stuff. Street Fighter. Some people like Street Fighter.
Hey, man, too. All those games go into fast reflexes and fast fingers, and they could help out your StarCraft game in the long run, possibly.
Well, you might not know that Street Fighter actually has a pretty big foreign scene too, as well. Maybe not as big as StarCraft, but I think they played in Korea as well. It's another big game in Korea.
In fact, if you guys look up Street Fighter, Pro Street Fighter on YouTube, you'll find some pretty dang impressive games. Just something fun to check out there. By the way, we are playing on Holy World, as always. Sorry for the mouse there. As always, the same 3 maps that we have grown to hate. And,
yes. Well, this map, despite having the crazy command center in the middle where you can do those, infested Terrans and stuff like that, it's still been pretty balanced. It's been 4-4 Terran versus Zerg, so it's 50%. Dong.
Yeah, look at that winged dong. Yeah. By the way, I believe we're going to see a 12 pull from Kwanro, and looks like Casey's playing pretty standard right now. There's no proxies or anything going on. So
12 something. There's 12 hatch right there.
Okay, not a 12
and
pull.
So we are going to see this a standard opening. Zerg versus Terran on this map. They are cross positions.
Right.
So it's definitely going to give each player plenty of time to set up, and it looks like just barracks within our supply depot. So unless we see gas here, we'll probably see a command center coming up next for Casey.
Yeah, and nobody has scouted anyone yet. It looks like the drone is just about to get in. Is he going to get past the wall? No, he is not. And Kwanro going to use the drone to try to harass a little bit there. I've actually seen on quite a few games where drones are able to pick off SCVs early on in the game, and that's actually a pretty huge. I mean, look at this. There's, 3 hits left, it looks like, on that SCV. And that can do quite a bit. Now, we are seeing a gas go up here, so we're not going to see as fast of an expansion as we normally would now. We could just see the kind of a temporary mining, which we'll see a lot of the times, just, mining to 100. But we, of course, Zerg right now is playing really standard. Both players not doing anything too crazy at the moment.
Yeah, you're right. We've definitely seen, especially in this OSL last couple of series, we've seen a lot of just quick vultures, and that's been kind of the standard, like you said, even if it's not followed up with a mech build entirely. Oh, is it going to get picked off? Oh, man, close. 5 HP on that SVV.
Dude, look at that micro.
And nice snipe, critical snipe there. I don't know if he saw the creep there. He's probably assuming a 12 hatch anyways, but that sucks. He's not going to see anything else in there.
Yeah, of course, right about this time you would see Zerglings popping out and trying to do some harass at the front. And since Casey doesn't see that, I'm assuming he's going to be, understood of what's going on here. I mean, because this map is so large and because of the cross positions, I mean, we're going to see probably some more economic games going on here. It's what I'm assuming. I mean, both players are probably going to build up now. Now, we don't see how long the game is. I actually have the video positioned to where we can't see the duration, which is kind of cool. So we actually have no idea when the game ends. And I know that's kind of been a complaint a lot of times for other commentators. Like, well, we know when the game ends, and you know exactly what's going to happen. But nice sunk in there, keeping out the scout. So it looks like Kwanro is really focused on trying to keep things secretive. We still really don't know what his tech choice is yet. I have not seen if Allaire is going up.
Well, Allaire was going
Did it
up,
there? Okay,
so he is going for a 2-hatch build and probably a quick build. So he got that sunken up a little quick. It looks like we're going to see 2-hatch mutas. And again, we've seen a lot of 2-hatch builds from Zerg lately. It seems to be the common tech choice to beat a mech build. Now, Casey's not necessarily going for mech build. He's going for star part right now. We see star part going up. We saw that Casey did pull his SCVs off gas, just like you had mentioned, so it looks like it was mainly to get that factory down. And he pulled it off gas, at least for a little bit, to get the expansion going, that second command center. And an Zergling squeezes by, and it's going to make it inside and see that starport, so that's really bad for Casey, unfortunately. But it looks like Casey's plan was just to do a little harassment with the little vultures. Maybe this could be... Oh! SCV goes down. It could be, yep, there's a Wraith coming out, so not going to see dropships, any type fantasy-like build, but just a Wraith to harass. Now, I don't think it's going to do that much, though, because it's been spotted. What do you think?
I don't think so either. I mean, the engineering bay is going up, so obviously we'll see some turrets. I think the turrets may be a little bit late, although, you know what, maybe not because it's cross-positioned, so it might take a while. We may see it try to trick the Vulture through the minerals here to try to sneak it into the back of Kwanro's base. And
fail.
No, fail. You know, I always wonder how much time I would like to see the players' screens when they're doing this. If they're really focused just on this one. Oh, here comes the drone. Attack. Drone's gonna, well, he's gonna get out of there. So the drone's not, well, obviously he saw everything with his overlord there. Mutalisk just about to pop out, and we do see the Wraith. Obviously there's not going to be cloaking on the Wraith. We didn't see any control tower. There go the Scourge to take out the Wraith. Wraiths, of course, being very delicate.
Oh, we're going to see Valkyries, I think. We did see an armory going up and the control tower. So, and I know Marines building right now from that barracks, but here come the Mutalisks en route. 2-hatch Muta is going to be quick out there. I think it's 4 or 5 Mutas. One overload goes down to the Wraith, and this Wraith is going to have to run away or get Scourged. One Scourge lands. That Wraith is not going to be able to make it anywhere.
No, there's no way.
I don't think.
No, there's no. I mean, all he has to do is split off one. Split off one Mutalisk, and he can take it out in one shot. Turret's just going up right in the nick of time, and there's not enough Mutalisks to really do a full harass now. Hey, I guess Casey deciding to just get a good look at the Hydralisk den, which at the moment isn't doing a whole lot. I mean, I'm assuming that Kwanro is leaving the Hydralisk in case he does decide to go with the tech switch, and say in case Casey does something kind of crazy here. But Casey, if he can, oh, here we go.
Where are the turrets?
Here we
Where
go.
are the turrets in the main here? Kwanro's going to do a ton of damage. Valkyrie is out finally. He's going to have to really control that Valkyrie and be careful not to get picked off. He almost does, but still these Mutalisks are still going to be doing a lot of damage. One Valkyrie is kind of enough to fend him off, but he's already got quite a few kills. I didn't see how many kills he got on those Mutas, but probably, what, 5 or 6, 7 now, maybe?
Right, I mean, other than battle cruisers, and even battle cruisers, and the Valkyrie's going to go down! This is not looking good for Casey at all. I was going to say that Terran Air just seems to be really fragile. And Valkyries, you know, obviously less fragile than Wraiths go. But other than seeing Fantasy use them, I mean, in even Fantasy, I would say 50% of the time, he fails with them. Like, he either does really well, and then he has the rest of the game because he's able to completely obliterate any sort of Mutalisk attack, or he just fails, and I don't know if Casey quite has the micro to be able to use Valkyries appropriately, and generally when you have Valkyries, you would also want to have, like, Goliaths, or in this case, maybe some Marines to help fend them off. Look at all those Scourge. If a Valkyrie comes out, it's going to be gone, and Casey's losing a ton of SCVs here.
Poor control. You know, if he can keep up keeping those Valkyries alive till he can get 2 or 3, then it can really be a good defense, and those Mutalisks are going to be worthless. But they've already kind of done their job. They've kept Casey in his base. However, with builds like this, like you said, with kind of the Fantasy-esque build, you've got to wait a while. The goal is to just kind of survive and outlast the Zerg for a little bit and just defend until you can get, you know, that critical mass of units, whatever it is that you want to build. and then push out. Now, one thing that Kwanro has smartly done is we see he has 4 total bases now. He's also going towards lurkers. But it's smart that he's actually expanding. He's not doing what Luxury's been doing a lot lately, which is be aggressive with 2 hatcheries, but then never do anything. You know, once you've contained the Terran, never expand.
Right.
Looks like we're also seeing Queen's Nest going up in an Evo chamber, so we're probably going to see Hive Tech come up in a little bit. So I think Kwanro is definitely on track.